All right, here's hoping we can make it through this one. It took 45 minutes to get through the baby metal ones, so I don't know what we're gonna do. But hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. As you can see, I lost my duel with Pegasus, so I've been banished to the Shadow Realm. And the only thing left for me to do is to make videos for you guys, so here we are. That Pegasus reference, by the way, it drives me crazy for some reason. And I made a very similar one in the baby metal comments video that I just did. And I was not pleased with myself for doing it. And then here we go to do it again. So you're welcome, I guess. I don't know if that's, you know. Anyway. Ready to rock. The name of the song and the name of the mood. We're going to look at some comments today, tonight, this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the treehouse, by the way. You know, it's going to take me a long time, I think, to get anything put together, if I ever get anything put together for whatever vision for this channel that I have. But that doesn't mean that, you know, the things aren't there. You know what I mean? So we're in the treehouse, as we do sometimes. Usually when the stakes are much lower and the day is much later. The treehouse is where we come to hang out, ladies and gentlemen. We come to the treehouse. We come to the treehouse because it's a good place. It's chill. Everybody likes a treehouse. That is true, though. Who hates a treehouse? Nobody. That's who. Nobody hates a fucking treehouse. Nobody's like, man, you got a treehouse? Fuck you. Nobody's like that. I couldn't be. Some dude's like, I got a treehouse. I'm like, bet. It's fucking. At the very least, you're like, okay. But you're. Nobody hates treehouses. You ever notice that? What are you talking about? Well, we're in the treehouse. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about we're being in the treehouse. I'm talking about our state of being is that of one which is existing in the treehouse. What you didn't know is that the treehouse exists within the Shadow Realm itself. So, my treehouse exists in the Shadow Realm. So don't worry. If you get banished to the Shadow Realm, just come to the treehouse. That's it. That's all you got to do. Come to John's treehouse. If you lose your duel to Pegasus and he banishes you to the Shadow Realm, and just come to the treehouse. You know, it's funny because until I was like 32 years old, I didn't realize that the Shadow Realm was a euphemism for like they die. They just, because I'm pretty sure in the Japanese version, not like the 4Kids American anime dubbed version of Yu-Gi-Oh, they don't say Shadow Realm at all. They just say if you lose, you're gonna die. That's what happens. But adding this element into the like the 4Kids dub shit, where like no, they're going to this other place. It's not death. They're being banished to the Shadow Realm. Added a layer of mystique that ultimately. What would you say? That ultimately had a positive impact on the appeal of the show itself. So there you go. That's my view on Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game animation. The 1996 one? When the hell did that come out? 2001? Somewhere around that time. I forget exactly. But I remember watching it and being like, this is the best shit ever! And it would come on close to bedtime. Maybe even after bedtime. And it was like 9 o'clock. I remember it was late because it would be like we were in bed. I was in my room. My little brother was in his room, and it would come on, man. And I would just watch it, and I would just get so hyped. And then when it was over, I would run to my brother's room and open the door and just stand in the door and be like, dude, did you see that episode of fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, man? He'd be like, yeah, dude, it was so good, man. And I'd be like, oh, I love it. And then I would go back to my room. And then that was every night My brother and I have several routines that we go through throughout the day. Even when we hang out now, we have some routines that we get into. Most of them happen after bedtime. Shut up. No.
We're gonna get this place hot and clammy.
Okay, not like that. Not like that. It was not like that. You know what I mean? Okay, so I've talked to you for 5.5 minutes, and not once have I mentioned the comments that I'm supposed to be reading to you. Are you still here? If you're still here, tell me why. Tell me why. I want to know why you're still. Actually, like, genuinely, if you've listened to all 5 minutes and 40 seconds or so of this, why? What the fuck are you? Do better. I'm sorry. I love you guys. But if I can't imagine there are very many of you, but those of you there are, I'm curious about. Because it's like, do we ever get to the? Do we? So truth time. Truth time. Story time. Probably 2.5 years ago at this point. Okay, I can just show you guys this, I think. Yeah, hold on. You guys want a little show and tell time first? I'll put a timestamp for the comments, okay? Fuck, I'll do it. Just let me do this real quick. For like 9 or 12 more minutes. Okay, so, like, this is how it started, right? Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you for checking the video. God. Right. So this is that was how it started. At some point, it turned into this. Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you for checking the video. It's so dumb. And like somehow it turned into 15 minutes of this. Guys. I'm so dumb. What's going on, guys? How are you doing? There was that dude. I don't know. He had like some thing wrong with his voice. And no. But he wanted to do reaction videos because it was like his passion. It was like his thing that he wanted to do. Sure. Would he do it? Would he do it? Would he do it? Yeah, I think he would be supported. I need an ambulance. If that's what they're sometimes, because I don't even know like how to start a video, and it's like it's not so important what to say. That's just true. Like start saying the words. Say so like that goes on for 15 minutes. And it's just like this night is very reminiscent of how that night went, because I recorded 3 different videos, and it was like the first one was over an hour long. The second one was the whole first video, so another hour. The third one, I finally had to, I couldn't go the whole hour. I had to shut it off after 15 minutes of that nonsense. But it was like a really, I don't know. It's just like, it's very reflective, very accurate representation of how my personality functions. And I suspect I'm not the only one. So if you're still here, is that why? Is that why you're still here? Because it's really a mystery. I'm really kind of perplexed by this. Like, 9 minutes, and I haven't read a fucking comment one. And like, am I going to? Who knows? I don't know why anybody, but I do, because like I would, right? That's kind of what it is. Because like I would, I love being trolled. Just like by like a super competent troll, a troll who knows what they're doing, and by a benevolent troll, I would say, being trolled by a benevolent, competent troll. There is nothing better. I would support that shit. I would be trolled every single time. So what? Don't judge me. We can transition from that, because I don't know what that was. I have no idea what that was. we talked about in the other video how these should just be podcasts where I read comments, but I also just there's a line in Paul Kengor's The Devil and Karl Marx, which I highly recommend you read. Highly recommend it. The audio version is fantastic. It is 15 hours long, but the narration is superb. And I'm blanking on his name, but the narrator has an impeccable Karl Marx. So I would highly suggest you check that out. Anyway, I forget. Why are you here? This is what you get. This must be what you want. 11 minutes. First up, Mr. Brian Witte says, good to see you back on BAND-MAID. Boop, it's good to be back. These videos are fun. They're a lot of fun for me. This is fun. If for no other reason, then I should continue to do them. So, Ariel 0620 says, what the fuck? I mean, that's what I feel pretty much every day of every second. You know what I mean? Okay, I love you. Thanks. Boop. Zenavi Lubman 5553 says exactly. Elongated ellipsis. Boop. Russell Potter 7294 says controlled chaotic art at its very best. 4 of the band were involved with motion capture for the musical parts of the anime. Oh, that's fucking cool. I gotta check this anime out. 5 time. It's so much time. There's always everything needs time. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's a short YouTube video of them dressed up in their motion capture onesies. Saigi was on keyboards while the others did their own instruments. Poor old Miku was left out, but then she went on a prestigious, big, popular quiz show that goes on for hours and has celebrities and sports on. One of the voice artists of the anime was also there. Oh, that's cool. Needless to say, Miku left her mark by winning a round and chatting with one of the hosts. Oh, that's awesome. We should check that out. A remarkable group of people. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Thank you, sir. Oof Dad 8211 says, great reaction, John. BAND-MAID is on another level, and the members of this amazing band are truly masters of their craft. It's hard to put into mere words just how powerfully intricate their music is and how deeply it affects the listener who understands and appreciates great music. BAND-MAID never ceases to amaze. Boop. Appreciate the comments. No arguments there. Well said. Farron says, Psyche, hey, Kanami, check out this guy on the internet, having fun, tearing apart our songs. Not bad. Shall we give him something to make his head spin a little? I might already have an idea. Great, I could use a little practice with double bass pedals. That's basically what happened. Appreciate the comment. That was fun. That was fun for me to read. Boop. BAND-MAID fan Atlanta says, obedient chaos. Boop. Boop. No arguments. It's not obedient to me, that's for sure. But it does do what it's told. Jeff P5 says, chaotic, melodic, or BAND-MAID doing BAND-MAID things, as always. Boop. You right. Falcon Sooner says, yeah, this song is way up there for me. Boop. Yeah. I Am His Love says, awesomely awesome. Fire performance, great reaction. Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Ronnie Bruce half Ford 8396 says, I don't think this is their proggiest, but it might just be their best combo of chaos and catchiness to date. Great reaction. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Yeah, I don't think it's their proggiest either. Black Hole, at least, I think, is more proggy than this, but yeah. Black Hole is pretty catchy too. I don't know, it's hard to say. David Misa Cook says Misa. I don't know why. Thank you. DX6479 drops some fire emojis. Boop. Appreciate it for the algo. Lear Dose 9192 says, for me, Konami is the Mozart of rock when it comes to songwriting. Nice reaction. Greetings from Germany. Boop. Appreciate that. From Germany. Europe's fun. I want to go back there. Chris Bergston 1429 says, John, no. Yeah, that's me. That's inaccurate. That is what trying to react to a BAND-MAID song is like. At least the way that I do it. It's like, because I can't, there's too much, you gotta slow down. So they're like, no, we don't actually. And they're right. Time, Tide, and BAND-MAID. Wait for no man. He goes on to say, this song makes more sense on a second. Well, yeah. Yeah. All right. I got lost the first time, but it is dense for sure. I love that about their stuff, though. It's so fun. Extremely tight writing, no wasted moments. Yeah. Everything has a purpose. Proggiest song. Depends what you're calling prog and why. So real quick, what I call prog is, I should go back and really dig into this, but what Tolson Abbasi, his name? Did I get that right? I hope I got that right. Of Animals as Leaders, describe. He was having a conversation with Rick Beato, and he was talking about what prog meant and what it means now versus what it used to mean. And he said that prog used to mean you doing your own thing. That's all prog used to mean. It's like you doing whatever the fuck you want to do. That's the definition of prog. And I really like that. I think it's a good definition. So when I talk about, is this the proggiest thing that they've ever done? That's what I mean. Is this the most like, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do shit that they've ever done. So anyway, he says, it depends on what you're calling prog and why. Black Hole and Giovanni, yes, are strong contenders for sure. And on the softer side, there's Wonderland. I don't know that I've listened to Wonderland. I don't think I've done that one yet. That might be what we do next. I'll have to double check though. And Forbidden Tale. Yeah, Forbidden Tale is great. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Vegeta Rabbit. Profile pic checks out. Chaotic, dense, proggy. All good descriptions. I don't envy people who have to describe their... It's impossible. It's impossible to describe their music. Yeah. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Albert Cornet 7408. I don't know. He says, one of the best bands you will hear. Boop. No arguments. Cannot argue with that in the slightest, good sir. Next up, BAND-MAID. Drop some emojis. Boop. Thanks for the algo. Appreciate it. Dennis the Menace 671 says, Schoolhouse Rock, BAND-MAID style. Misa. The barefoot bass assassin / librarian. Boop. And then Alan Cox responds, says, someone should have known it was a bad idea to turn Misa loose in the library. Boop. He is not wrong. Although, could you imagine there being a Misa laid bass line in the ambiance at the library, just like the next time you, and she's like ambiancing what you're doing in the library. Could you like, yo. Anyway. Steve Kane 4922 says apparently Psyche's favorite food is Korean live baby octopus. Goodness. Brutal. It's probably delicious though. People say it's cruel because they try to get out. Holy shit. I think Konami wants the listener to feel like one of those little critters. With a side dish of nitro kimchi. You know what? I had no idea where you were going with that metaphor, but you fucking nailed it, my dude. Well said. Well said. Can you feel those beautiful cranky teeth biting? Visceral. God damn. Poop. You get a pin for that, my dude. Well done. Usagi3919 says there is an instrumental version created by the BAND-MAID's channel on YouTube. You can listen to and try to break it down on your own while watching the countryside of Japan while driving. Boop. All right. All right, so this is gonna kill monetization. So if you can, drop a super thanks. But I really want to like share this, because I started listening to it on my own, and I was like, we'll just do it together. So we're just gonna go through this instrumental version together, as suggested by Usagi3919 here. And so this is just going to be a pure listen. I'm not going to stop it at all to talk about what's going on. I may make some comments at the end when it's over. I may not. This is just going to be to like enjoy and listen, have an opportunity to listen to what's going on in this song and really appreciate it. Because I think that would be fun. Okay, are we ready? I'm my own producer, guys, so bear with me here. Yeah, I think we're ready. Here we go. Misa, though. God damn, Misa. Yo. Get it! Get it! I mean, like, come on now. That was fun. That you can't tell me that wasn't fun. So yeah, again, like Rex monetization, but BAND-MAID is based and rev shares, so you guys can at least drop super thanks. So I won't make any money off this, but if you give me super thanks, because you're still here, like, why are you still here? If you're still here, like, then you want to support. So fuck yeah. If you can, do that shit. That's what's up. Best band on the planet, says Paul Peterson, 879. Boop. Appreciate the comment, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. Up next, Rob Bradford, 5793, says, to once again quote the great Chase Carnson? BAND-MAID doing BAND-MAID things. That is what it is. That is what it is. Yeah. Love the shine. The mighty small pigeon got on this one. Her little half-yelled interjections sound perfect for their place and purpose. The little chromatic ascend-descend solo riff, her absolutely killing that last high scream 30 seconds or so before the end. Miku got her flex on with this one. Honorable mention goes to Akane, throwing down with the blast beat action. Boop. Well said. Appreciate the comment. Tom Clark Futawara says, those progressive rock and punky maids with the Konami Schizo solo. What are you going to do? Thanks, Saigi, Akane, Mincho, Misa, and Miku. Thanks, John. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Dan Butter says, I'm pretty sure Konami is just playing a solo for 2/3 of this song with some small breaks. Boop. Yusupuman 6079 says Konami in Mincho mode. Drop some emojis. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Thanks for the outgo. Laughing Buddha 2948 says, you were extremely stoned filming this reaction. You, sir, are off of your gourd. I was completely sober. Now I am stoned. Now, with the dark and the done for the day. Now. Yes. Not before. Not before. You held on for dear. Well, I mean, like, basically, though, like, I may as well have been with as functional as I felt. You held on for dear life, but it was touch and go most of the time. I salute your resilience. Boop. Appreciate the comment. And finally, rounding things out, Mike Holmes 5308 says, you tried, John, but this one is, well, yeah, words not sufficing. Boop. Appreciate the comment. Thanks for hanging out, guys. That's going to do it. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't know why you're still here. If you are, let me know why. I don't understand it. Help me figure it out. The better grasp I have on it, the more likely is that I'll keep making videos. So, like, you can help facilitate that. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. And, yeah. Love you guys. Catch you in the next one. Blah, blah.